Namaste friends and welcome to my channel. Today's video is quite special because I'm going to be talking about an individual I've always admired, but whose story and journey I didn't truly understand until last night. But before I talk about why I chose to make this video, let me give you some context. I grew up in Mumbai, India, and during my school years, history used to be one of my favorite subjects. And that's why over the years I was pretty confident that I had a rather sound understanding of what exactly happened all those years ago around the time of India's independence. But last night I realized that much of what I had read in those history books at school forms but a very small part of a much bigger picture. Last evening I went to the cinemas here in Sydney, Australia, and I watched the just released movie Swatantrya Veer, Savarkar. To say that the movie left me stunned, speechless, and in tears would be an understatement. And that's why I chose to make this video today. If you've been thinking about which Bollywood movie to watch next, let me give you 3 compelling reasons why the movie Swatantrya Veer Savarkar would be a smart choice. The first reason is that I believe it's high time we change the glasses through which we've been looking at the events that led up to India's independence in 1947. I believe over the years, those glasses had become a little foggy, impacting the clarity of our vision. This movie provides us with a new set of lenses through which much that was blurry about India's struggle for independence becomes a whole lot clearer. The second reason is Randeep Hooda and his brilliant portrayal of Veer Savarkar. His incredible body transformation, particularly in the scenes where he shows Savarkar imprisoned in the cellular jail Kala Pani, is worthy of a standing ovation. The third and perhaps most important reason is that this movie provides us with a fresh opportunity to get to know a story that wasn't really told too well, if at all, in our history books. The story of Vinayak Damodar Savarkar. A story that we all need to understand thoroughly first before passing it on to the next generation, because it is a story that is truly worthy of being made immortal. Many of you know that I'm a life coach here in Sydney, Australia. As a life coach, there is so much that I learned from this movie. Firstly, I learned about resilience in the face of adversity. Savarkar faced innumerable hardships in his life, including imprisonment, exile, and torture. Despite these atrocities, he remained steadfast when it came to his goals. The movie shows us how important it is to hang in there, particularly when the going gets tough. Imagine if all those freedom fighters all those years ago had not remained resilient. If they had given up, we wouldn't be where we are today. Another lesson I learned from the movie is about how important it is to have a clear goal in life. Savarkar's goal was crystal clear in his mind. He wanted only one thing, India's independence. And he wouldn't let anything distract him from this goal. Your vision when it comes to your long-term goal needs to be razor sharp. Because unless you know where you're headed, it's going to be easy for your detractors to pull you down. One of the most important lessons that I learned from this movie is that at points in your life, you must find the courage to challenge the status quo. The movie shows us that playing it safe or being a mere bystander or a spectator in your own life is not going to do you any good. We must learn to stand up for what we believe in. We must remain true to our values, even in the face of mighty opposition. At different points in the movie, we get to hear the famous lines from Savarkar's immortal composition, Sagara Prana Taramarala. And it's in those moments where we as an audience truly feel a lump in our throats, and our hearts are filled with immense gratitude for the incredible men and women whose struggles and sacrifices have helped make our lives all these years later so much easier. I'd like to thank Randeep Hooda for having the courage to make this movie. It's a story that needed to be told. It's a movie that deserves to be watched. So please do make the time to go to the cinemas and watch this movie. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, keep smiling and keep believing in yourself. Namaste.